meeting. Especially pleasurable for me to do it today, being my 41st wedding anniversary. Seems like a long time, doesn't it?
Boy, she's good.
Well done.
So, firstly, I'd ask councillors that they do check their speakers are on and their mouthpieces are down when they speak today. And then I will call for apologies, which have already been given Councillor Johnson and one from Councillor Truman for lateness. Are there any other apologies? And there aren't, because the tables are full. A mover and a seconder for the apologies, please. Moved Councillor Kirk, seconded Councillor Hickley. All in favour?
Aye.
I will use the ability today of the chairperson to move the agenda around as is necessary, but we won't move item 1, which is a petition about the playgrounds locations in Turangi Town's northern car park, being presented here today by Mrs. Virginia Church and Mr. Les Wilson. So if you'd like to come forward and present your petition and have a couple of minutes to speak to it, you're more than welcome.
I'll go first. I'm going to read it because otherwise I'll go off the track. Tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Virginia Church. I came to live in Turangi 47 years ago and am presently unemployed, and my husband receives superannuation of less, can you hear me? Yes. Of less than $200 per week. My 4 children work in Australia because they cannot make ends meet on the wages they would receive here in Turangi. Most of the age group in Turangi either live overseas or work in low-wage jobs or are on benefits. Those left in Turangi now have their children leaving school with no job prospects and nothing to do. My petition against the proposed Turangi playground and adventure trail being built or in any way funded by ratepayers is based on the following. The playground and adventure trail concept is too costly for ratepayers, as we still have years of rates to pay off the Genesis Centre and new library, plus other works done around our town. Turangi has a lot of ratepayers on government benefits and low wages. A lot of the retired ratepayers are either still paying off their mortgages, and some, due to the 2 recessions, 1987 and 2007, have reduced or no investments, which in some instances have pushed them towards a poverty line or dependent on their supers. Some of our retirees have moved into retirement homes or have left town to go and live near or with their families so they can still maintain the lifestyle they hoped to have when they first retired. The proposed playground, there's actually some photos there if you want to send it around. It's to show you putting little kids by different size vehicles. The proposed playground and adventure park is sited too close to a public toilet in the car park area and poses a health and safety concern. Truck and trailer units and buses use this area. Have you seen the size of the New Zealand bus truck which backs into the post office area? The buses stop right next to the toilet area and the exit. This is where the playground area is going to be for little kids. It's not big kids. For the buses, this exit will be blocked off. This means the buses cannot turn safely and little kids cannot be clearly seen by these vehicles and trucks who also use this exit. There is the danger also of stranger danger. This playground is for little people, not just any child. There is a huge playground right next door to this area, which should be the venue of any adventure trail or playground. The land is ready for development, and the ratepayers already have this area and all the other small playgrounds in Turangi renovated. Where does it stop, and how many playgrounds do we need? There has not been a feasibility study to prove traffic will come off the main highway to use the playground, and in the event that there will be increased traffic, then why are car parks being demolished? We do not want to rip one up and then turn around and pay for more later down the track. The new right-hand rule also means that cutting off one exit to this area will cause a bottleneck of traffic, as there will be only one entrance and exit in and out of the area opposite 2 driveways. The driveways is a turn into the lotto shop and the takeaways area and the BP garage, which is just about right across the road. In fact, once you come into the main town roundabout and turn right, there are 2 entries on the left-hand side of the road. The first one is the one you're going to block off, and 5 entries on the right-hand side of the road in a 500-metre section. Children and traffic do not mix. The council owes millions of dollars, and the ratepayers in our petition ask the council to stop funding things we do not need right now and to significantly reduce the huge deficit we are now looking at. Our priority should be to get this down and fund only necessary works. If the prisons close down, then we, the ratepayers, and all the people of Turangi will be in dire straits. The prisons employ over 200 people, and most prison officers own home and pay rates. If they get deployed, our town will start to die, and we ask the council to not put this playground and adventure trail into the long-term plan, but to leave it until there is a firm commitment that Turangi and the Taupo area debt has been reduced, and it is proved that this whole adventure concept is actually worth anything to us, the ratepayers, who after all are the people who will be funding this work. Kia ora koutou katoa, kua muti te mihi. And you can have a coffee.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Church. Mr. Les Wilson, do you want to say anything to the council?
Yes, I'd like to support Virginia. My name is Wilson. I reside in Hirakia Street. Have done for 30 years. I've fished the Tongariro for 70 years, and I firmly believe that these playgrounds that we do not need for will not bring any traffic to Turangi. What will get Turangi back on the map is the fishing. The fishing is diabolical at the moment, has been for a few years, and that is the only thing. We're a fishing village. Always has been and always will be. And that's the only thing that's going to put Turangi back in the spotlight. I think that to block off what they intend to do and put near the toilets is a vast mistake. If you ask any policeman, if he wants to find any queer fellas, he finds them in the toilets near a playground. And that's costing a lot of money, and there's a lot of land near the bars. There's quite an area there that can be built on. And talking about the bars, in 2 years' time, the $50,000 from Genesis ceases. So we'll have more, mate. My rates have just gone up. You, sir, you ducked for cover when the rates were on. My rates have just gone up to nearly $400. I'm 85. I put myself back in the workforce 8 years ago because I couldn't afford. I had to get to work, and now I'm going to have to find some more money. We do not want anything in Turangi that increases our rates. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. All we can do today, Mrs. Church and Mr. Wilson, is resolve to receive your petition officially into the council, and I'll read that out for you. That council received the petition dated March 2012 relating to playground locations in Turangi, and including a request for the Turangi Town Centre Northern Car Park to be left as a car park. I would ask for a mover, please. Move, Councillor Kepper. Seconded, Councillor Downard. All those in favour?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kia ora koutou.